Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. And for the better part of a century, the Sooners and Longhorns have defined conferences, national titles, and how regions of the country are perceived based on the outcome of this game. When these two meet, everybody pays attention. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will start this game off. Guys, this rivalry's a throwback. Aren't many left like this with the stadiums divided right down the middle.
So much tremendous history between these two teams. And David, it just always seems in this game, you throw out the stats, you throw out the standings, you throw out the records, and this is just a different energy.
Oh, look out! Running into the open space. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. It's good, easy call for the ref. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Longhorns offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Might be looking to run. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the bootleg. Wants to throw it. A strike downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. Right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
And it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football. And we've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. They're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River rivalry that gets so many people excited. It's an unbelievable event.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he dropped it! That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. How about the shot of adrenaline and the increase in the pulse rate when you see that football squirt out like that and then it just rolls harmlessly out of bounds?
Did you see all those defenders? You see how quick they got their heads wrapped around? They were trying to find that ball on the ground. They had a lot of bodies running over, diving, trying to get on top of that football in bounds. I'll tell you, I love the effort. They're still trying to create takeaways. Man, they almost came up with a big one there.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback and disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Working that left side now. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations. Football faster and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to go option. They're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Third and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on third and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT.
Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Give to the running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Yes, the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Got it in the middle. It's Chavez. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Longhorns are on the move. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's back to throw on 2nd down. That one comes out hot down the right side. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He makes a grab. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
He'll set up to throw. Still looking, on the move. Fires to the end zone. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and outs.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their...
He's off to the races. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Sooners. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
First down here for the offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got it on the outside, it's Turner. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Got a man. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The offense set for a first down play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He spins that thing down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Got him downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. They'll immediately call timeout. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Romero. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line. Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
The field goal is no good. Opportunity to crawl within a touchdown, but the missed field goal leaves us with a 9-point game. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking deep down the right side. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on second and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Right back to the air on second and 10. He'll take another shot here. A full dive to haul that one in. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
He's going to pass on second down. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. New center down's right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking to throw. They're trying to get snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Sooner Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. And this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal. Fires one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
And they try to sneak the draw play in there and try to show pass right away, get it to the running back. Defense not fooled in the slightest. Nice job getting upfield, getting to the running back, getting him on the ground.
It's complete. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we see?
Looking for the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The incompletion brings up a second down. The play-action fake. Gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up for it.
Absolutely perfect.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that. All kinds of running room. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking for space. It's Clark.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Chavez. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Finds his man. It's Chavez. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They're up by 6 over Northern Illinois. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Texas. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Sooner offense returns to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better games so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. A little screen to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Going to let it fly. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. From the gun. They're bringing heat. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense set on first down. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You got the lead here late in the game. You got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. On second down, he's looking downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Trying to get to it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the fourth sack of the day. This defense has had some bright moments, but they've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback, but keep that coverage intact in the back end.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't.
Touchdown, Texas! And the route is on. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. And now on 2nd down for this offense. On the run, it's Ware. And they'll knock him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. They'll try to power their way ahead. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set is able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines or else you draw the flag. A 1st down for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Sooners send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First down here for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch and stride inside the 15. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They'll go to the air. Feeling some heat. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. This game always brings out the best in both teams, but today, Jesse, Texas' best was a little better.
And this is a win for them that's going to help their recruiting. Coaches are going to get paid for, but most importantly, David, Texas